Hello, PMC fans. I'm a lot less excited as usual because I'm tired. But this Christmas, Merry Christmas. Do you celebrate Christmas, Mr. Dolphin?
Um, to be honest, not really. I'm kind of like home alone, I guess.
Aw, well, Merry Christmas
Home
to any
alone.
viewers that
Yeah.
actually celebrate it. But yeah, we're doing our interview for DolphinSquared and the Red Spark Volts, which honestly I really like the team name change, by the way. But go ahead and introduce yourself.
Definitely a lot better than my D League form, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'll talk about it later. But how's it going there, ladies and gentle boys and girls alike? This is DolphinSquared here, coach of the Red Spark Votes.
Mm-hmm. And welcome to the league. I know you were in the D League with me, but now you're here to season 3, and it's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna go right into it. But what are your what are your thoughts on the league? And since you're new to the main season, how did you find out about the PMC?
Well, I was originally in another league, which is called the World Pokemon Federation, which is currently defunct at the moment. I have not heard from the creator Yuma for a long while, but I do believe that J Specs was the one. He was one of the participants in the what season was it? I think it was the third season of the World Pokemon Federation, where he introduced me to going into um, this his new league, which is the Pokemon Masters Cup. And from then on, I've been like involved in the D League, where actually has a few changes from the original season 1 and 2. That a couple of Pokemon like I think only Greninja was involved, but they picked him up. And yeah, I've been on Pokemon Masters Cup for ever since. From the D League, almost making it to top cards, to I think I've been creating the intros as well for the D League, the season 2, and now season 3, which I'm also participating in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, you've been working a lot in the background, mainly being the person that created the intro and kind of experimenting a little bit and just being in the
Yeah,
chat and being
I
around.
was kind of, I was kind of around during season 2, but I'm mainly just a capture card recorder for I think it was Kingdra
Yeah.
of the Kansas City Kingdras. I've been recording for him for a while since he don't really have a capture card, so I just said, well, why not just help him record? And things come to season 3 where I create a new come into the season create a new name, new logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the future. For
Um,
now.
so for the next question, what are your general thoughts on league format as a whole?
Oh man, this season in the past seasons there is always like it's between bulk, it's between um I guess a bit of prediction, but a lot of how should I say this? It's unpredictability. I think that's the term. Sometimes people just pull off a win, just during their. I'm not too sure how to actually describe it, to be honest. But sometimes people just pull off like I've seen Kingdra use a choice scarf Emboar all of a sudden, and you don't usually see choice scarf Emboar, to be honest. So yeah, a lot of creativity in the past seasons. This season though, oh man,
Oh
you
yeah.
got all the element forms of the Kanto Pokemon. You got the Ultra Beast, you got the Tapus, and you got a whole lot of mechanics which actually I'm kind of surprised that the change in mechanics actually allowed some of the Pokemon to come into the league. Like Pokemon like Mega Kangaskhan, which you don't really see, and as well as uh, I don't think I don't think Protein is still allowed. So Greninja is still on board as well.
hmm I'm
And it's
also I'm
going to be
also
quite
really excited
yeah.
to see how Z moves affect people's creativity.
Exactly,
That's
Z
gonna be really
moves
cool.
is another new. I think, if I'm not wrong, we still do not know about how the mega and how we are going to get the other mega evolutions, because I know the list in Generation 7, those that you can obtain is kind of limited. But hopefully we'll be able to see more, to get more information about how to get the other mega stones as well, which I think is kind of crucial for this league,
Yeah,
especially.
yeah, because that I don't think I still don't think they've figured out how to get, even after Pokebank, how to get the old megas through, because Pokebank doesn't trade items, which is stupid to me. I don't know why they don't just let you trade items.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to see that too. But yeah, Z moves. That's a whole other mechanic where you can choose to have you can choose a Z status move and a Z move, or a Z move where you do massive amounts of damage depending on the move that you chose.
Yeah.
Going to be quite interesting this season.
Um. Well, you already went over being in the WPF, which I was there too. That's how I met John. But do you have any other league experience besides the WPF and the PMC?
Well, not really. Most of my experiences has been like using a lot of different Pokemon. Before that, even I was just a regular hangout. I usually hang out at the stream of. I think he's still determining whether or not he's coming back. Mr. AGZ. He is part of. What was that? Oh yes, a PAX Pokemon League. That was what he was part of before. And I've been in his streams, I've been battling people here and there, and I kind of got the feel of how singles actually works. So yeah, but aside from PAX Pokemon League, which I've only been in once, World Pokemon Federation is about the only experience that I've got. Aside, oh yeah, not to mention Pokemon Masters Cup as well, because
Yeah.
I was in the D League as well.
Cool. Well, in the few seasons you've had playing, have you been able to see if, or have you ever been able to identify any kind of strengths that you have when it comes to battling?
Well, most of I tend to just exchange information between a friend of mine, which I think I can call him Jotion. He was supposed to actually come to this season, but due to constraints and him not being able to use Skype for some reason, he has not been able to join. So um, I guess you could say that having someone to toss ideas back and forth would be kind of my strength, because I'm still at a pretty amateur level when it comes to actually building Pokemon teams together. Most of the time it would be like me challenging I'm not too sure if I even challenge Shofu at all, but uh, me challenging streamers on stream, and most of the time I would lose because I don't really have a good synergy with my team, to be honest. But if anything, experience is the other half of my strength. As long as I know how to use the Pokemon, as long as I know like experience with um, looking at damage calculators or looking through therapy Pokédex to see how that Pokemon works, I feel like I might be able to gain an edge, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. Most people are a lot better with Pokemon they're comfortable with than typically good Pokemon that they're not comfortable with. So
Yeah.
I can feel you with that. But on the opposite side of that, then, do you have a biggest weakness that you know of?
Biggest weakness. Oh man, people who have seen my battles have already seen what J-Specs have done to me, to be honest. It used to be Manaphy, where he often just sweep through my entire team with its tail-go strategy. But right now it's like really bulky Pokemon. I'm still not too sure how to exactly deal with them, especially since I think it was in the D League where it happens. I was fighting against J-Specs again. I think he's the one with the black QM. I need to check that up. But if there is a Pokemon that is able to hide behind walls, hide behind substitutes, be able to take hits and chew up and deal damage at the same time, it's going to be really hard for me to get through. So yeah, I'm still figuring out like what wall breakers that I can use. But as of right now, I feel like, well, really wall type Pokemon would actually affect my playstyle, because I'm mainly just hyper offensive. I really like hyper offensive playstyles, to be honest.
Yeah, I see. A lot of people I've seen play a little too passively to get past walls, and like they struggle using wall breakers like Mamoswine, for example. I love Mamoswine. But yeah, some people kind of have trouble using Pokemon like that, but hopefully you'll get used to it. But so how do you usually go about your drafting? Like, how do you plan it, or do you not plan it at all?
Well, I mainly... Can you repeat the question again, because you did get cut off?
Sorry. How do
Yeah,
you
might actually want to cut that out. Yeah.
how do you usually go about drafting? What kind of plan do you usually kind of make, unless you just don't make a plan at all?
Well, my plan is see what Pokemon I can use first. First up, well, there are a couple of Pokemon that I've used in my VGC days. And hold on a moment. Apparently my phone is ringing
Alright, let me pause the video.
on alarm.
Okay, cool. I started the video again.
There are a couple, like I said, I have a couple Pokemon which I think could be useful, but yeah, most of the time I just see what's available and pick from that. Besides, my strategy is just try and find top tier Pokemon that are useful and see what my opponents are first and see what they actually pick. In fact, I was actually surprised that I'm up against my good friend Mastodon of the Mastodon Gastrodon. So I just go forward thinking how to actually deal with him and how to actually deal with each of my 9 other opponents. So that's how I actually went ahead to pick like different Pokemon.
Well, what do you believe is the most overrated Pokemon in the format?
Ooh, to be honest, anything that's really, well, I wouldn't say anything that's really strong, because that would mean that it can be warped by bulky Pokemon. But it really depends on what Pokemon there is available. I mean, we have like, of course, Kyurem Black, which is really dangerous. It really, like, how should I even describe it? It's really bulky, and as well as I do believe there is Blissey on board. I think it is. Like, those really bulky Pokemon on one side of the spectrum, they are really good, and I see Blissey on the board as well. In this generation, there isn't really any Pokemon that really stands out aside from the Tapus and the Ultra Beasts, especially since they are really good. At the same time, some being like easily dealt with if you are good enough. But yeah, aside from that, as long as you're bulky, or as long as you can start sweeping away, whether or not you would set up or you have like a choice item or whatever, you can start sweeping your team. That's where you got really bulky Pokemon. It's kind of difficult to it's kind of difficult to sorry, really overpowered Pokemon. It's difficult to say which one is really overpowered as of right now because the meta game is still early. We just come into a new generation, and it for singles, the changes in the meta game that there is, it's really hard to actually see what is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, on the other side, what do you feel is really underappreciated? Like, most people think it's bad, but it really isn't bad. What kind of mon would you think of that?
Oh man, Pokemon that can still evolve holding the Aviolite, apparently.
Oh,
I know
true.
Porygon 2 is really, really good. I'm not too sure about the other Pokemon, but I used Dusclops before. Also another good Pokemon that can do, but dude, if you want a wild card at the bottom of the tier, Ditto.
Oh, true.
To be honest.
Oh, Ditto is a
you can
great
switch him
mon.
in. You can switch him in, whether or not it's whether or not it's a Scarf, and then you can just start sweeping if your opponent has like a really good, like, if it has setup, if it has that is too much to actually describe it. It's the best wild card out there. I don't know why it's sitting in tier 5, to be honest.
I love Ditto. It's such a great mon, dude. And I'm
Exactly.
actually, I think Mastodon picked it up. I'm really excited to see him use it because
Ooh,
I have a lot of love for that mon.
I swear if he switches into my Celesteela, oh man, I'm gonna have so much trouble. But yeah, I got ways to work around it, to be honest.
Yeah. So what expectations do you have for yourself going into this season?
Well, I expect myself to do well, as always for every coach out there in every league.
Yeah.
My goal is actually see if I can actually get into Top Cut because I did not really went to Top Cut for. I think I was Top Cut in the World Pokemon Federation before. But
Yeah, I remember that.
in the E-League, I just managed to fall out because there was a really stalling match, and it went for like, I think it was 40-50 minutes.
Good lord.
Which is really crazy. Yeah, I know. But yeah, with the new format though, I'm not too sure if my time is implemented in this season, but I feel like as long as I play calm, as long as I think through my moves, I would be able to pull through with hopefully getting to top cut, and then we'll see how it goes from there.
Cool. Do you have any inspirations when it comes to battling, like maybe famous YouTubers or some friends you look up to?
Well, of course, Mastodon and Gastrodons, I do have a little tale about him, to be honest. The very first time I went to the local tournaments over here, back then there is no VGC. There is just a group of people who really like playing Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battles, and we have organized tournaments like every month. This guy, the Mastodon himself, he is really crazy. You give him he has like Togekiss, he has like Jirachi. He will flinch you for days, to be honest.
Damn. Wait, so you actually know Mastodon in real life?
Yeah, I do.
Awesome.
He is pretty good back in the day.
I mean, he's still pretty good.
Admittedly, he made himself a legend by actually flinching one of the competitors all the time. Whether or not it's a flinch or a status move, he'll always get it all the time, and he will always win.
Nice. That's
But yeah,
awesome.
I'm not looking forward to facing him in VGC though, to be
No.
honest. Oh man, but yeah, I do look up to YouTubers who are really good in battling. like people like Shofu, people like I'm trying to think who else could be, but I just followed Duncan Knee recently. I think one of the premier streamers that I followed, I believe, yeah, of course, it's Mr. AGZ. Pretty good fighter. If you're not careful, he will basically just sweep you off your feet and off the stage. But yeah, mainly, I think that's about it.
All right.
I feel like repeating a lot of stuff, but a lot of words, but yeah.
That's cool. Well, thank you for coming on. I know it's pretty late for you, and you're in Australia, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's late for you, in fact. It's like 4 p.m. over here, to be honest.
Is it really? Good lord! I thought it was like early in the morning. It's like, yeah, it's like midnight. I was gonna say, I'm sorry for this video for me being such low energy, but like,
yeah,
it's midnight. I got off like a 10-hour shift. I'm a little drunk a little bit, and yeah, but yeah, okay, cool. I thought I was kind of giving you the shaft by doing it this late, but cool.
No, not really.
But yeah.
But yeah, to be honest, I feel like this is going to be a fun season.
Oh,
to be
yeah.
honest. Whether or not who wins or who loses, let's all have fun.
Yeah. And I mean, you anticipated this exact question before we started recording, and now it's finally time
Yeah.
to ask you, who is going to be the PMC Season 3 champion? It's me. It's me, obviously. That's the obvious answer.
I mean, I'm looking at Pokemon that people have picked. Hamden Hydreigon's J-Specs got a really good pick. I mean, aside from, I don't think his Greninja is going to do too much, but he has freaking Togekiss. He has a Fortress, and man oh man, he took Mega Aerodactyl, which is, I think it was my D-League Mega as well.
I believe so.
Yeah. But I'm looking at the list right here. There are some Pokemon that I will be able to deal against with specific situations. But, oh man. It's really hard to see who would exactly win. I see Tampa Bay Frogadius actually, like, going forward with what he has.
Yeah.
He might actually be able to pull the rug from underneath our feet, to be honest. Like, he has Cofagrigus, he has Victini too. I mean, I'm glad I got Manaphy from J-Specs, to be honest. But, yeah. It's anyone's game at this point, to be honest.
I mean, like I said, I'm going to be the champion, so everybody can just forfeit now.
Oh, you watch out right now.
Alright, well, everybody, thank you for watching. Go ahead and check out Dolphin's channel and all of his battles, and like and comment the video, and thank you for watching. Goodbye, friends. Any last words?
Well, you guys watch out, because this is going to be a wow ride, to be honest.
Damn straight. Goodbye.